going to begin our program, which is a set list of songs. I'm going to tell you a little story here or there. First of all, you should know who I am. I grew up in Massachusetts, near the ocean, kind of. Well, very, very much. Beverly, Mass, which is on the water. And the first time I ever picked up a guitar, I fell in love with it, and I really pursued it as a tool to write songs with. And that's what I do. I write songs. But that's not all I do. I do a lot of other things. I've lived a life of wilderness adventure and all kinds of fun things. And I never got lassoed until I was about 50 years old. And I met the woman of my dreams of my life. And we moved to Vermont many moons ago, probably 15 or more years ago. And we bought a big old patch of grass, trees, and rocks. And we started mowing things around a little bit and changing things. And actually, it was during the period of the big crash back in 07, 08, and so forth. And we couldn't sell our house in Massachusetts, so I started gathering materials and buildings from the free section of Craigslist. And I've been a builder in my life as well. So we built a farm, and we have our little farm up in Wells, Harmony Homestead Farm. And we're living out our mission there, and we bring folks in. They get to come and stay over. A lot of those things that I dragged back there have turned into cabins. Our kids used to call them shacks, and I would correct them. No, 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 no. They are now cabins. They are. Once you, for a carpenter or builder, a building is a box, and from there, you go from there. Make it something else. Anyways, growing up there in Beverly, I had a memory, and I wrote this poem, which turned into a song. And you all remember Penny Candy? You know, it's so sad that it does not exist anymore. Right? Why don't you say? Of course you do. So, it seemed like it was always a Saturday morning, and I might, in the summertime, my dad worked at the United Shoe Machine Corporation as a machinist. And he got 2 weeks of vacation time a year. And one of those weeks, he spent on a ladder painting one side of the house. And I just had those memories. So it would be a Saturday morning, and Dad would be out painting, and I'd tug on his sleeve for a little coin to go down to the local little store. There were no 7-Elevens then, right? They were just local little mom and pop stores. Well, this store was named after the owner, Charlie. We just all called it the Nearby. And it was a little brown bag of heaven. Saturday mornings, the potty smell new. Ladders, the lilacs, and the pink fumes. Can I go to the fair, Dad? Can you give me one dime? Kid Cap's gone twisting and slid to the side. Found him sent from spotty clapboard and filled for the sacks where the treasure's stored. And I'm gone, yes I'm clean gone. Gone, gone, you know I'm clean gone. If it wasn't the fair, it was Charlie's nearby. The fireballs, Mary Janes, and balls and bullseyes. I'll buck you for yours, don't go toss rocks down in Fast Cove where the water stops. Window eyes open and they reach for the sky. I cut through the backyard, not one but 5, and I'm gone, yes I'm clean gone. Gone, gone, you know I'm clean gone. Okay, necktie solo, Jimmy, come on. Oh yeah, baby, that's so stylish. Window eyes open and they reach for the sky. We got to the backyard, now I'm a five and we're gone. Yes, I'm clean gone, gone, gone. You know I'm clean gone. Saturday mornings, the place smell new. Ladders, the lilacs, and the pink blooms. Can I go to the fair, Dad? Won't you give me one dime? Kit Kat's gone twisted, you slip to the side. When your eyes open and they reach for the sky. We got to the backyard, now I'm a five and I'm gone. You know I'm clean, gone, 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 gone. Yes, I'm all the way gone. I'm hell like sister, look at me go down the road, 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 baby, all the way. Ooh. All the way gone. Hoo-ah! Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to ask my dear friend Joe to sing this song with me.
Which song is that for?
Oh, you don't have a set list, sorry.
Is this one you told me about?
It's the one you guys have heard.
Don't worry, you've never heard it before, but I know you. He's so good, he's going to.
We'll see about that.
Actually, I'll take this. I'll take the shirt.
All right, we're going to do cold coat.
Yeah.
I have sung this one before.
We'll do a sit down. Oh yeah. So,
Right up with you.
yeah. So this is a song about a lonely guy. Don't worry, Jimmy, it's not you. I don't know. All I can tell you is that he had himself a moment one moonlit evening, like a lump on a log, a literal lump on a log, but he was with his friend Jim, whose last name I believe is Bean. It's called Cold, Cold Moon. Cold, cold moon. Be my friend tonight. Tango in blue. Liquid courage and might. We'll pull from the bottle. We'll dance on the spoon. Here's looking at you. Cold, cold moon. Cold, cold, cold moon. Carnival brother of soul. Roasted you. Squirt gun clouds and balloons. My heart is disheartened. I ache all through. My midnights and noons. Cold, cold moon. Now Now, if anybody wants to waltz, this is where you do it.
Come on, Jim.
Wise old pie in the sky, we're so into just like Bonnie and Clyde. We'll keep all our secrets, we'll fight our way through. Just looking at you, cold, cold moon. Just looking at you, cold, cold moon. Cold, cold moon. Thank you. It's a real lullaby. Okay, so this next one is not a lullaby at all. So, do we all live here in Vermont? Everybody's here? Okay. So, we know that maple sugaring is one of our favorite pastimes, right? Whether we're just drinking that beautiful stuff, or some of us love to do it. Now, Jimmy sugars, and he just loves sitting up on the hill, playing his fiddle, with a campfire going, and a big pan on the campfire, and he'll do that for days, and he'll get his syrup.
Yeah, eventually I'll get like, a quart.
I've got a little bit.
But I love it. I do love it.
Yeah. I love to do it too. I've got a little rig, but I get a little more in the quart. But anyways, it's great. So we just figured that we sit around and play, and so one of these years, a few years back, we said, we got to write a song about maple sugaring. And Jimmy wrote one, I wrote one. This is the song I wrote. It's called the Sweetwater Rag. So there's a singing part with it too, and you can do it. It just you just sing along. It's just hey, 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 Sweetwater, 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 coming home to me. And then the tagline after coming home to me will simply be coming from the tree, flowing from the tree. Okay. Hey, 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 Sweetwater, 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 coming home to me. Hey, 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 Sweetwater, 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 flowing from the tree. Up where the mighty maples grow, that is the place that I call home. You can't survive the cold if you ain't got got the soul, a bar for Jack, a tear that sneer. Pull on them straps and get your gear and go. Hey, 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 sweet water, sweet water, sweet water, coming home to me. Hey, 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 sweet water, sweet water, sweet water, blowing from the tree. My baby loved me true and sweet. She'd give the world and more to me. And I swear I'm always there for one time of the year. Me and the boys picking out back, boiling down sap in a sugar shack. Oh yeah. Hey, 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 sweet water, sweet water, sweet water, coming home to me. Hey, 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 sweet water, sweet water, sweet water, blowing from the tree. Play it, Jimmy. Sweet water, coming home to me. Hey, 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 sweet water, sweet water, sweet water, blowing from the tree. Here it comes, ready? Light that fire and fury up that flame. Haul that liquid silver down that main. You still got wood to chop. Hit it, hear it, pop, pop. Burn, baby, fall all day long. Don't be a bashful, go sing. Hey, 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 sweet water, sweet water, sweet water, coming home to me. Hey, 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 sweet water, sweet water, sweet water, blowing from the tree. Oh, sweet water, coming home to me. Sweet water, blowing from the tree. Sweet water, coming home to me. Woo. Thank you very much. I should run that for the Vermont State Song or something, maybe, huh?
Yeah, right. You got moonlight in Vermont. You can't be moonlight in Vermont. You can't be deep there.
No, this is true. Well, I guess you get it. Whoa, we got a little wind coming up here, huh? No, it's a good tent.
Let's hope so.
Until it starts raining sideways.
I didn't know this was coming in.
Okay. Joe, can I have your chair again, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, so, thank you. So folks, we made it through, didn't we? This was crazy, these 2 years. Everybody knows how crazy it was. We all have our stories. We've all probably lost somebody, or know, at least have somebody close to us that got lost through this god-awful plague. You know, growing up, did we ever think that we would live through a plague? That's really what it is. And to me, did anybody else feel like it's a plague? I mean, that's what those things are, right? Back in the day, before vaccines or anything else, that's all there was. So I took it upon myself to write the history of this. Okay, so this is the COVID history, as told by me, okay? So we're all friends here, and this is just my take, my song on this, and I'm going to share it with you. I call this The Great Plague of Soap. percussion. Ooh, baby. Here's the reason why we don't eat bats. And your laughter got me. This is a good line. Here's the reason why we don't eat bats or fraternize with stray cats. Pull down your curtains and drop your shades. You keep inside, you might be okay. Then it came down like a big black cloud, raining down on everybody's town. You couldn't wash your hands too much. Everyone left, be careful what you touch. Many governors tried, but the king of fools had to lie. Told all the people it was just a hoax. Guess he had a thing for dirty little jokes. No one immune to this mean old plague. Weren't nobody safe no matter what your flag. Killed so many people from so many parts. Took their hearts away, then it broke all hearts. The king of fools said it would go away. Waited for a magical miracle day. Intelligence twisted, real fake news. The lying fox always covers up the truth. The nurses and the doctors tried. All the time their hands were tied. The king of fools announced his protocol. Free injections of Lysol. So what's the moral of this sad tale? No spoils to the victor when the victor has failed. Promises and phony talk and fantasies of wins, and making rich folks richer ain't made nothing great again. And it raged on all across the globe. Death and destruction like never been told. Some fought it back and put it under control, but land of good and plenty couldn't find its soul. I'd like to think we will one sweet day make it over this hill. We'll find a cure to make our bodies whole, but how we gonna heal our collective soul? Thank you very much. The great play of soul. All right. Okay, Jimmy, where'd Jimmy go? You there? There you go. All right, we're going to play, and we're going to explain to you our little instruments that Jimmy has made.
Well, I don't know if you realize this, but there's some thunder boomers happening, and
Yeah.
I think our director will give you the full lowdown.
Oh.
I'm just thinking that standing underneath a giant metal pole in a thunderstorm is perhaps not the wisest choice. So if we could move it inside, that would be.
Yeah, but I think we'll just have to do it acoustically. It's going to take too long to set all this up.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah, that's fine. We're a small group. We'll just be like in the living room. Is that good?
Is it a big wide arm chair?
If y'all don't mind, otherwise it takes me longer to bring them all.
Okay, we can do that. I'll just shut all this business down.
Okay.
Like being in church here, Polly.
Yeah, so
Looks like everybody gets struck down in a second.
Well, we're kind of pulling ourselves together, everybody. You guys already heard about these little boxes, but not everybody did. So there's no official name for this that anybody knows of.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We just call them a strum box because this is made from a cigar box, and this particular one is a kid's canoe paddle. Jimmy's also is a cigar box and a canoe paddle. His was. Jimmy is the maker of these fine folk instruments. Yeah,
Really nice. He's mostly splendid.
yeah.
A kid's canoe paddle. Well, a cigar box.
And a bunch of found objects picked up off the side of the road. The inlays here, the white inlays, the stars and the moon, etc., are buttons that Jimmy found in the bottom of the Mohawk River. They're abalone, and he cut them up to make the inlays. This is a chunk of a license plate. This is a piece of an old CD. You know,
This is the front porch step of the house I grew up in.
Yeah.
Actually, where I learned to play guitar on that piece of wood right there.
What are the notes? What are the notes on the strings?
The notes, what are they? It's tuned like a mountain dulcimer.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, well, if Jimmy added these ones with the red dots, he added those frets to the scale, but if you took out those frets that are right in front of the red dots, you would get do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right at the scale. And it's tuned open, what's called an open tuning. So when I strum this, without touching it, it makes a G chord. Because it's a G note and a D note and a G note, and that's almost a G chord. Just one note that you could also have it. Anyway, so you would hear just like that. So consequently, whenever you play on these things, and I swear to God, everybody here this evening could actually make music, even if you never did in your life and you gave this up a long time. You don't have to know hardly anything. It just does it. And if you just put your finger down any place on this fretboard on a single string, it will not sound like a train wreck. I gotta shut my eyes. So anyways, that's
Play some, Polly.
I want to play you a song that I like to write like anthems, if I can. I like, first of all, you should know that you do now, that I do like to write songs for change. I like to write, some of them are kind of, I guess in the old days, these were called protest songs, right? I like to write about what's going on in our world to us collectively, and how I feel about things on the larger scale. I write all kinds of other songs too. I write love songs. I write all kinds of songs. I wrote a novelty song one time called "Asshole of the Day." We won't play that tonight because this is a family show. If there's consensus, I could throw it in. It's not on the set. Did you say go for it? It's not mean. It's cute. I used to actually bring it out at birthday parties when somebody, and I would check with the family. I never did. I would tell them, I got this song. You can do a kind of a roast with it because it's a lovable asshole song. So, anyway, this is different though. This song here, I wrote about when things were tanking up for the Iraq War. And I played it in New York City at the big march, where there were nearly 1 million people at that march. And I was playing it in Grand Central Station, and Pete Seeger came with his wife and pulled up next to me and sang the song with me and performed it with me. And the chorus is welcome to sing the chorus. So it's a song about no more war. War is a horrible, horrible, terrible thing. I think we can probably all agree on that. This is called No War, No War, and I wrote it as as a chant for hopefully sometime a large, very large group of people to But if there's one person who objects, I will yield to that. Is there anybody who objects to hearing the song I was telling you about?
I gotta say, when I first met Paulie, many years ago, I met him up in the woods of Maine, and he was working as a raft guide, and he was dealing with, you know, the public every day, and he would kind of pick up certain individuals to be the king.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So here's a little raft guiding story. Has anybody been raft guiding before? I mean, rafting before at all? Yeah. Okay. Well, when you do, for those who don't know, there's two kinds of rafting on a river full of rapids. One of them is a raft can have oars, and that's just called an oar rig or an oar boat. Or they're paddle boats where everybody gets in and has a paddle, whoever is taking the ride. And the guide, my job was to instruct these people you never knew before. They show up at 7 in the morning with like Budweisers in their hands and stuff, and all full of themselves, right? Not any, but plenty of those. Plenty of the others. So yeah, I had a little method. You know, when you, first of all, the guide's paddle was a really big, wider paddle. It's called a guide stick. And so the guide sits on the back of the raft, kind of like this, and there's a loop on the tube that goes across, and you hook your foot in there, and you're way back here like this, steering and making that boat turn. But you need everybody to paddle and screaming out commands. It was really hard to go sing at night after guiding during the day. But on occasion, if I really had somebody that was a real jerk, really needed a lesson, I can control that boat. So when we would get in the big heavy-duty rapids, I knew I could just go, okay, this guy's, where's that guy hanging out? And I go, and just kind of bring that raft over, and that wave would swallow him right out the boat, and he'd be crying like a little baby to get in, you know, because he's, whoa, you know. And then what we do is we grab him by the shoulder straps of the life jacket and sink him first, and then sink him good. Because then that bully and pull him into the boat like a whale. I wrote a song about that too. It's called Submarine Rapids. I don't even know if you ever heard it.
What's the name of
Anyway, Paul, without any further ado,
So, all right. Good
let's hear
enough.
about the asshole of the day, please.
Now, if you like singing along like this, go right for it. And, you know, if you want to put this in your pocket, you just never know when the right time is that you're going to need to take it out. It's people like you that make people like us love people like you. More than enough to call asshole. Asshole of the day. He doesn't even, he's never heard this song. We've been singing it together. When people see you coming, they walk the other way. They want no part of you. They only point and say, he's an asshole. Asshole of the day. Well, there's people like you that make people like us love people like you. More than enough to call asshole. Asshole of the day. Play it a little something. And I see your ugly face, I'll tell Peter at the pearly gates to send me to hell, 'cause you're an asshole. Asshole of the day. Well, you are the onion on the breath of life. You get in the way, you only stink up the day. You make us so happy when you wave goodbye, when you shut the door from the outside. 'Cause there's people like you that make people like us love people like you. More than enough to call asshole. Asshole of the day. Asshole of the day. Asshole of the day. Ask for someone
library. No, man, it's a public library, for crying out loud.
We were outside.
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah, now we're in the library.
You have a CD with that song now?
What's that?
Do you have a CD with that song?
You know what I have? I don't. I'm sorry to tell you, but I have. One day I will. Sooner.
Just for you.
Oh, sooner than later. Yeah, I did record it for some tape, but.
I take, what the heck is that?
I just kind of, I don't know. It was a long time ago that I wrote it. And I used to play it all the time in clubs, and the whole club load of drunks would sing it. And that was good, but I don't do those kind of, gigs so much. But we should keep in touch. I'll get any emails that anybody would like to. So, anyways, now, I was going to tell you something. Yeah, we're in the library now. So I got to tell you this. So a guy walks in the library. Says to the librarian, "Do you have any books on paranoia?" She whispers, Okay, so I was telling you the story of Jimmy's instruments, how he makes them, and he just scrounges things, Jimmy and I had like Class A trash pickups. We were really good at it. Anyways, I wrote this song after being a little disappointed with college after a little while. This is called Trash Pickup. Dozen or more ahead of me. I've haggled and asked, "Tell me now, what you want to be when you grow up?" Well, I said, "I don't know, maybe a cop or a secretary. I'd make a real good stop, or the president of the United States. Hell, I've got the brains to manipulate." So I spent my money at coming a degree in futuristic history. Here I am, walking the streets, but I found out what I want to be. Everybody now, trash picker. I want to be a trash picker, trash picker, trash picker. Mama, I want to be a trash picker. I've been waiting so long. Mama, I want to be a trash picker, trash picker, trash picker. Mama, I want to be a trash picker. I can pick up all day long. All done for paying the fringe benefits. I can get things, get benefits, lunches free. Doggy hands, plastic spoons that I can say, cigarette butts of old that here suckers do by striking like you. Mama, I want to be a trash picker, trash picker, trash picker. Mama, I want to be a trash picker. I've been waiting so long. So I got me a boomstick and a nail, and I put them together in no detail. It saves my back from bending down. Hey, you ought to see some of them. Well, it's a competitive field, you gotta be quick. It's the early bird that gets the lick. You need an eagle eye and a rubber thumb, and you gotta buy a trash picker magazine when it comes. Oh, I wanna be a trash picker, trash picker, trash picker. Mama, I wanna be a trash picker. I've been waiting so long. Mama, I wanna be a trash picker, trash picker, trash picker. Mama, I wanna be a trash picker. I've pick up all day long. Woo! Hey, fringe benefits, I can do anything. If it fits, lunches free, double bags, plastic spoons that I can see, cigarette butts and old tobacco and suppers to my stomach. Mama, I wanna be trash picker, trash picker, trash picker. Mama, I wanna be trash picker. I've been waiting so long. Well, it's good, healthy workout does all the time, whether it's rain or sunshine. Take a break under a pine or a spruce. Treat yourself to some of that good old secondhand juice. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, lovely. Well, I can't complain, my bills are paid. I even make a little extra to save, and I learn a lot nearly every day. And I'm sure I'm glad that I chased Listen, our farm is built from trash picking.
That's a fact.
That is a fact, 90%.
I tell you, Polly, he talks about these, cabins he has. He'd go on Craigslist, he'd find a garden shed for free. And then, this guy would go out by himself with a trailer, and he would come back with a building strapped to the back. And he would just jack this thing up by himself. And I'd see him come down the road, this thing like listed to one side, and I mean, the tires are screaming, and
The tires, by the way, on a Toyota 4Runner. We drove that thing right into the ground.
Gail will tell you.
It's my lovely wife, Abigail. So just so you know, by the way, Brotchman is just a nickname. My last name is Brochy. My first name is Paul. He always calls me Paulie, but I have a lot of friends through the years here, and they would call me Brotchman. And so I figured, a stage name and a single word, it works really good. So
He was going to go with Madonna, but he already used it up.
I couldn't go with that. Okay, so we're gonna play it. This is like a 4-minute movie stuffed into a song. And I will tell you, it is not autobiographical. Okay? I'm just a writer. It's a sad story about a bad boy and a bad girl. They climbed the mountain of love. Everything was rosy for a while. So when they got to the top, kind of pushed each other off. Nothing left in the end but a pile of ashes and one sad, lonely cry for sweet redemption. Let me tell you about a woman. She's got a funny name. I call her sweet redemption. When you hear these words, you're gonna call her the same. Now this pretty woman walked on into my life. I had on my heart Rev named himself Rev. That wasn't his real name. He made it his name. And here's how. He paid like $15 for that name. Literally, the back of a matchbook cover, there was a little ad that if you send $15 in, you too can become an official reverend.
I just did that.
Did you?
You can be Rev too.
It could be Rev too. Yeah. Right? So Rev did that, and that's only a very small part of Rev's story. There are, right, we all come across and maybe have in our lives very colorful characters occasionally, right? Rev was a very...
He was multicolored, man. This guy was psychedelic.
He was a wild child. I mean, literally at like 11 years old, I think, he was like going to Dead concerts and stuff, you know, and I mean, he was, and then he like for almost the rest of his life, he followed Dead, and yeah, well, after the Dead, like Dead bands, you know, Widespread Panic was one. He would go, anyways. That's also only a small part of the story. He was just a wild man. He did wild, risky, wild things. But he had such a big heart also, and was always true to his soul, and, you know. But so many stories. He would tell stories. When we first met him, it took about 2 or 3 years before we started going, damn, I think he really did those things. Because when the stories would be told on a multitude of times, and you're hanging out with the guy, whether you're walking to a waterfall or you're partying somewhere and throwing back a beer or two, the details were all the same. And it was like he told the story last year, but like he didn't miss a beat or a detail. And Jimmy and I looked at each other and go, holy smokes, he really did this stuff. So I'm going to tell you about just one of these things. He's living in North Carolina at the time. He comes home on a Friday night. Had a few beers probably. After work, he was working like construction stuff. It's okay. Across the road from him, they're building like a mall. And they have these massive trucks and loaders and equipment there. One of them, at least, one of the really huge loaders. I mean, they're so huge. They're almost literally as big as this room, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen those? Huge. They can't really hardly drive them on the road. Anyway, one's called a T-Rex. And he comes home, and these massive machines are out there. Well, the people that own and run these machines, they leave their keys in these things. Because, like, really? Who's going to take it, right? So, Rev climbs in. He thought it would be a good idea. It's his house across the way. He thought he'd do a little landscaping. So, and he's a couple beers light, you know, headed. And he gets, and he rolls this big loader thing, over to his property. And he starts grading and doing, and he was having a good old time until he got close to the bank and embankment, a long, steep embankment went down to the river. And the thing starts going over, and it goes over, and he bails out. And the thing tumbles its way down to the bottom of the river. Okay, at this point here, any one of us would, if we were, first of all, we'd never be there in that situation. However, if we were in anything similar whatsoever, we would go, oh my God, I am so screwed, right? What does Rev do? Takes off for the weekend. It's a Friday night. He takes off. He just leaves. Goes away for the weekend. He comes back Monday morning, and he calls up the company that owns the equipment and says, hey, I don't know what went on around here, but your boys better get over here and take care of this. Somebody from you guys thought it was fun to get over here and tear up my yard, and you got a machine down the end there, and it also wrecked my truck. And then he calls the police and gives them the report. Unbelievable. You can't, and Rev used to always say you can't make this stuff up. I guess since we did the Excellent song, we get the real name of the song is You Can't Make This Shit Up. He would say that all the time. And after a while, we just believed him. And it was so true. So this is called You Can't Make This Stuff Up. pickup trucks, motorcycles and fast cars, great escapes and scrapes, he'd show you all his scars. Turn and smile and say, you can't make this shit up. Better men know not to try. Scoundrels, thieves, and politicians lie. Oh, but you can't make this shit up. One Friday night, Pete Jack's a T-Rex. From across the road, he made it clean. He thought his yard could use some redress, I guess, till the back to the river got too steep. Little damn little after he dove out from the top, left for the weekend Monday morning, called the cops. And in the end, they couldn't thank him enough. Paid for his yard and the new truck. You can't make this shit up. All better men know not to try. Scoundrels, thieves, and politicians lie. Oh, but you can't make this stuff up. Isn't that right?
That's right. I would say it all the time.
Nice and sweet Jimmy Farrell. He played the devil's game of the chicken, never afraid to call him out. And though his heart might take the hit, his soul was true without a doubt. He was my friend like no other friend could be. Loyal companion, keeper of the keys, a lion's heart inside a sailor of the seas. He'd tell you as he filled your cup, you can't make this shit up. Better men know not to try. Scoundrels, thieves, and politicians lie. Oh, but you can't make this stuff up. Oh, no, you can't make this stuff up. As wild and risk-taking and crazy as he was, of all things, 2 years ago, he was a mama's boy. He only lived just down the street from his mama, Mr. Tough Guy. And he said to his mama one night, Mom was having him over for dinner. He said, yeah, Mom, I'm just going to go to the 7-Eleven. I'll be back in 15 minutes. He got taken out on his bicycle by a car. So, this is the story.
So we had a writing song. We'll let the week take it.
Yeah, Jimmy and I, by the way, Jimmy and I penned that together. Well, I guess we got to watch the time a little bit. I've got a lot more songs, but I'll choose what I really want you to hear. Let's do this one here. This is. Good night, you guys.
Good night.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Yes. Yeah. I'll share this one with you. This is another little commentary from my perspective. I don't want to offend anybody. This is just the way I see things through my heart. And you'll just hear the lyrics will tell you. The title is Asleep at the Wheel. It is a fairly current commentary. Life's been pretty easy, going where you please, pushing at your buttons, staring down at your screen. The world is in your hands, you keep in touch with the involved. Knowing what's going on is someone else's job. News is button page, off your complacency, you guess it must be true because they said it on TV. Now you're on a ride, or you didn't know you boarded. The mental case is mastered, the driver of this order. This is how it feels, asleep at the wheel. You take it all for granted, just keep it going strong. Market it and brand it while they all go along. No need to get excited, we've been through this before. You say, how is this my problem? Nobody's at my door. Those people on the streets got a problem of their own, nothing to do with me. Why can't you just leave me alone? And I don't think my vote matters, besides in any way. If we're headed for disaster, all I've got to say is when does it get real? Asleep at the wheel. Asleep at the wheel, steering off the track, head over the wall, no time to look back. Looking out ahead, can we change our course? In another minute, it'll only get worse. Scream and shout, awaken us. This fool's gonna kill everyone on this bus. Scream and shout, no time to pray. All will asleep. Maybe you've got depression, maybe sick in your head. Maybe there is no difference, you're alive or you're dead. Are you in it for the money, your religion or the wind? Do you ever see the forest through the trees that you walk in? Do you think about it now, how you got so taken in by a stupid orange clown and his phony fuckseed friends? But you can buy all the lies from the artist to the deal. It must be pretty hard to admit it in the end. Watch them as they steal while you're asleep at the wheel. Scream and shout, awaken us. This fool's gonna kill everyone on this bus. Scream and shout, this is how it feels. Asleep at the wheel. folks. You know, we like to think all things are equal and everybody is born equal, but when you think about it, sadly, we're not. We can't all be, right? Some people come out of the womb, you know, with major league setbacks, to say the least. And it's oftentimes just unexpected. This song is a love song. It's a different kind of a love song. It's not a romantic love song. It's a song about the love between a mother and her child and the rest of the kids and the family. So it's a family song. And it's called A Box That Big. This is especially for a little boy by the name of Joe, who did not come out like everybody else. She was just, oh, I'm sorry. I decided to do this up here. I'm so sorry. We're going to edit that. She was just a girl, but now she's not. She's someone's mom, and that's a lot. Especially when that someone needs so much. She give, but knows it's not enough, never enough. Somebody lives behind those precious little eyes. Somebody loves and laughs and cries from behind those far away eyes of you. Maybe just one sweet day they will talk to you. He'd say, Mama, 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 I love you like the earth loves the sun. Mama, 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 thanks for all you've done. I wish I could do more, but I just can't. I'm glad you love me and understand. Mama sings, I can't love you enough. They don't make the box that big. Filling it up, yep, and then I'd have to dig a hole all the way to China, and even twice as wide. I could put my love in, but it burst out from the sides. La-di-da, da-da-da-da, la-di-da-da-da-da-da. You can roll the dice. You can have big dreams and you can put them on ice. You never really know the hand that you'll be dealt, but you can bet love can stand to help you out, help you get through. There are times of joy, oh, more of one than the other for this little boy. Mama and sister, brother, daddy cheer whenever they see those eyes grin, ear to ear. They hear them say, Mama sister, brother, dad, love you like the earth loves the sun. Bound for all and all you've done. I wish I could say how I need you so, but you're always there and seem to know. Sister sings, we can't love you enough. They don't make the box that big, 'cause we'd be filling it up, yep, and then we'd have to dig a hole all the way to China, even twice as wide, 'cause we could put all our love in, but it would burst out from the sides. La da dee da 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 da, la da dee da 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 da, ha da do 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 do, do 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 do, ba da ba 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 da ba ba ba. Hold on, do we make the box that big. Well, it's probably one more song. That's probably about right, folks? Is that all right? So this is a very special song.
You got a request, Gail?
I was just wondering if you know which
No, that's what I want to do now. So I told you earlier I like to, on occasion, by the way, I'm just like some little guy in Wells. I don't get out much, really. And I'm happy to be out and have lovely folks like you who will take in what I'm offering. It means a lot, and it's what every artist needs. Is, when we do this stuff, and it's good to have it received. But there's so many good artists out there, good musicians, amazing. There's so many, millions. So it's hard to kind of really get out far and wide. And for my sake, I just, some of these songs, anthems, I'd like to write because I'm passionate about it, but also I like to fill in a void. And if there's a void, like No War, No More, I don't know. Yeah, there's some anti-war songs, but I felt that there needed to be an anthem. And for climate change and global warming, I decided there needed to be an anthem for that. So this is my answer to that, okay, folks? And I'm going to offer it to you. This is called Allegiance to the Blue. And I will tell you ahead of time there is a pledge in the song. And feel free to do as instructed in the song if you like. Allegiance to the Blue. The ice is melting, the water's rising, still we all can't quite believe it's true, so we do nothing about tomorrow, 'cause today we're busy being fools, 'cause we have been here for such a long time. We love our freedom and our comforts too, but they will cost us everything in the show if we pretend there's nothing we can do. So I will cover my heart with my hand and stand and pledge allegiance to the blue. the noble souls of past and gone, the ones with power, they will not hear us. They make their fortunes, then they walk away. And they cost us everything in the short run, as they pretend with no honor to be true. So we must cover our hearts with our hands and stand on pledge allegiance to the I pledge allegiance to the blue, the planet we call Earth, and to the atmosphere under which we live, unique in the universe. I solemnly acknowledge with mind and heart that our ways have caused her harm, and from those ways we all must part. I pledge to respect and protect her as the vital source of all living things, and to teach and lead by what I do, and say, and sing. I pledge to change my life in ways to keep her safe, and to speak truth to power, and act upon what's true, to do my part for future life. I pledge allegiance to the blue. Because we can't change it, we all have the mind to do the things we know that we must do. I'm going to ask you now, so will you cover your hearts with your hands and stand and pledge allegiance to the blue? Oh, oh, Thank you to the Manchester Librarian, Paige, again. My dear friend Jimmy, can we please give him a warm... Pseudo-posthumously for our dear friend Joe, who was helping me with vocals. So please come and see me if you'd like. We'll scribble something down if you'd like to be on my mailing list, if you've got a email or however you would like to do that. Thank you again. It's Brotchman. Good to see you. I do play locally elsewhere.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.